Artificial intelligence, everyone has all kinds of thoughts on this subject. It is quite interesting. What is artificial intelligence that can be so useful? To explain briefly, artificial intelligence is to make machines do the work that can be done with human intelligence. So where is this artificial intelligence used? Quite a lot of space that can be used. We won't try to count them all, of course, but let me give some examples: procurement, logistics, distribution, automation systems and robots with artificial intelligence algorithms and so forth of the planning process, agriculture and the elimination of waste in the food chain, are being utilized in many fields such as maximizing productivity. It would not be wrong to say that the purpose of artificial intelligence is to make machines smarter and to understand what intelligence is. Speaking of their goals, let's take a brief look at their history. Thousands of years ago, humanity had the idea of creating an intelligence outside the human body. It is possible to come across a number of examples in ancient Greek mythology on this subject. The attempt of Daedalus, known as the creator of the wind, to create an artificial human can be cited as an example of this. But the most important turning point is the year 1884. At this time, a scientist named Charles Babbage was conducting experiments on a number of mechanical machines that he wanted to show some intelligent behavior. While studies were continuing on these machines, which were agreed that they could not be as intelligent as humans, it finally came to 1950, and on this date, a scientist named Shannon suggested that computers could play chess. Thus, the studies at the beginning of the period called under the name of prehistory were carried out at a speed that could not be called fast until the early 1960s. Artificial intelligence was born in 1956, the date of a conference held at Dartmouth, United States, which brought together a group of high-level scientists. At this conference, J. McCarthy, M. Minsky, C. Shannon, A. Newell and H. Simon proposed to explore the possibility of realizing computer programs equipped with intelligence. The term artificial intelligence, which was put forward on this occasion, has started to be used. The first artificial intelligence programs are a logic theorems practitioner, logic theorist and a chess game designed by Newell and Simon. Even the programming language appeared during this period. Again, at that time, Turing came up with a test that allows you to decide whether a machine is intelligent or not. The purpose of the Turing test is whether it is logically possible to say that a machine can think. According to the Turing test, the machine, along with a volunteer human, is stored somewhere out of sight of the interrogator. The interrogator tries to determine which one is a human and which one is a computer by asking a question alone. The interrogator's questions and, more importantly, the answers he receives are given by completely hiding the voice, that is, either by typing on a keyboard system or by showing it on a screen. The questioner is not given any information about either party except the information obtained in this question and answer session. As a result of repeated tests in a series, the interrogator is considered to have passed the machine Turing test if he cannot consistently detect a human being. For example, in the picture, there are A and B behind the wall. Of these, B is actually a real person and A is actually software running on a computer. Person C behind the wall can ask A and B any questions he wants with just the keyboard and monitor ingenuity without seeing A and B. Person B should give normal answers, while computer A's goal is to pretend to be human and trick person C. This test constitutes the root of many artificial intelligence problems in computer science due to its structure. For example, it is necessary to use natural thinking methods to understand the entered articles and produce answers. This problem has also inspired question-answering competitions. At a conference organized by Dartmouth College, the name artificial intelligence was learned for the first time, and the participants of this conference were recognized as pioneers of artificial intelligence. Among them are Marvin Minsky, founder of the Artificial Intelligence Laboratory DEC MIT, Claude Shannon, Nathaniel Rochester, IBM, Alan Newell, first president of the American Society for Artificial Intelligence, and Nobel Prize winner Herbert Simon. Unfortunately, The achievements of this period also marked the beginning of a very early and unrealistic expectation period for the creation of intelligent computers. Not much progress was made until the 1970s. In the years 1970 to 1975, which is considered the renaissance of artificial intelligence experts laid the foundations of a long and exciting adventure, especially by developing systems such as disease diagnosis, and today they are excitedly trying to predict the results. Is artificial intelligence superior or natural intelligence? Let's compare a little. First of all, let's touch on some points where artificial intelligence is superior. Artificial intelligence is more permanent. Natural intelligence can change over time as employees change places, or people with natural intelligence may forget the information they have. Artificial intelligence, on the other hand, is permanent, and as long as computer systems and programs do not change, it cannot be lost or forgotten. Artificial intelligence can be easily copied and published to a wide audience. In the case of natural intelligence, the transfer of expertise from one person to another requires a long apprenticeship period. Even if this is achieved, the expertise cannot be literally transferred to the other person. But if information is inserted into a computer system, it can easily be copied from one computer to another and the field of use can be expanded. Artificial intelligence can be obtained more cheaply than natural intelligence. The purchase and use of a computer in many areas can be provided much cheaper in most areas than the training and use of a human being. Artificial intelligence, as a computer technology, is completely consistent. There is no inconsistency in it. In contrast, natural intelligence is unstable, changeable and irregular. This is due to the nature of man, the owner of natural intelligence. Artificial intelligence can be documented. Decisions made by the computer can be easily documented by tracking the activities of the system. Natural intelligence is difficult to reproduce. For example, a person cannot reach a decision he has reached again after a certain period of time. He may not remember how he reached this decision, from what assumptions he started. Despite all this, of course, there are situations and areas where natural intelligence is superior to artificial intelligence. Natural intelligence is creative and fertile. In artificial intelligence, there is no creativity and fertility. The ability to acquire information is a natural state of human natural intelligence, while in artificial intelligence, information must be carefully placed inside the system. Natural intelligence provides people with the ability to use and benefit from the experiences they have learned through their senses. In contrast, most artificial intelligence systems work with symbolic inputs. The most important of the advantages of natural intelligence is the ability of human reasoning power to immediately use extensive experience to solve problems, depending on the issue encountered. Artificial intelligence systems, on the other hand, are doomed to use the relatively narrow solution methods provided to them. Similarly, one of the ways that allows people to feel what is happening in the world is to become aware of relationships and models that help them give meaning to the objects and events they encounter. If computers are going to be smarter, they should be able to decipher objects, events, and processes that come very naturally to humans. The development process of artificial intelligence is probably well understood. Let's take a look at the work being done in this area today and what position we are in. We are all familiar with DeepMind, the artificial intelligence platform of Google's umbrella company Alphabet. Let's watch this image about the artificial intelligence developed by this platform first. This friend of ours has only been given the end goal and the data on how to get to the end has not been processed. That is, data such as walking, maneuverability, running and jumping have not been processed. He has learned all the steps in this process by himself. How interesting, Demi. In addition, Google DeepMind has created a chess algorithm before. The algorithm that crushes the best chess masters in the world. He is also an example of artificial intelligence. They left Sonar only after introducing the rules of chess to the algorithm. He also learned where to make which move again on his own. Our character, who has just learned to walk and jump, may have disappointed you a little. Because when artificial intelligence comes to mind, Westworld comes to mind, viewers know. Of course, we can say that all these are still childhood times for artificial intelligence. We will see together what awaits us in the future. As Stephen Hawking said, can artificial intelligence bring the end of humanity? This is the subject of another of our videos. Thank you for watching us. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.